Hi guys, my name is Numi and today I've come to give you a special video to make amends for not giving you sufficient sovereigns over the last few days. People have been writing to me, they've been complaining that there have been coins shown on my channel other than British sovereigns. So for those of you who are suffering from sovereign withdrawal symptoms, please stay tuned and watch this video right to the end. And whilst you won't see some of the more outlandish videos that I've made with 30 or 40 sovereigns in one video, that may happen at some stage in the future, who knows. What you will see is some really nice coins, and I think you'll be more than satisfied. So what's in the box today? What are we going to start with? And it's always interesting to see what emerges, because I don't really ever know what's going to be in these packages until I actually open them. So before we open this one, I just want to mention 5 sovereigns. A lot of people have been talking to me about the quintuple sovereign that I showed in yesterday's video, and saying, where can I get hold of these? Quintuple sovereigns, the proof ones, are actually quite difficult to get hold of because they were only ever in the boxes of 4 coins. So the large boxes, those large boxes were very expensive. They weren't issued generally on their own. So if you do want them and you can't find one on its own, like this one, this is the 1984 sovereign. If you can't find one of these coins on their own, then you need to probably buy the box. And the boxes are always turning up at auctions. If you buy them from some of the big coin auctions, they don't tend to go for massive premiums unless they're the special design ones, and they go for a little bit more than the regular design ones, like this one with the St. George on. But what a number of people do is they buy the box of 4, split the box up, they keep the 5 sovereign, and they sell the others if they're collecting the 5 sovereigns. A few years ago, nobody really wanted these big 5 sovereign coins. They're big, expensive, but I've noticed a trend over the last 18 months or so for people to start really focusing on these bigger coins. Now, at the moment, that focus is on the 5 sovereign as well as the 1 sovereign, and the half a sovereign and 2 sovereign can be the poor relatives. But you know, trends change over a period of time, and I'm willing to bet that at some stage in the next couple of years, the focus on the 5 sovereign will probably move down to the 2 sovereign as well. So if you do see any opportunities for picking up interesting 2 sovereign coins, double sovereigns, I think that could very well be something that could be profitable going forward, because the 5 sovereigns are already pretty expensive because people's focus is on the 5. So those have gone up already. You won't be able to pick them up cheaply very much, except for the ones maybe where there were large mintages in the early 80s and stuff like that. You won't be able to pick up very many of them cheaply, but the 2 sovereigns still can be good value. Okay, let's move on to this beautiful coin. This is a 1829 George IV, 1 sovereign. It's not in bad condition. It's probably, looks like, what, anything between AU 53 and AU 58, but probably around about the middle of that range. It looks probably at some stage in its life to have been gently cleaned, as many of these coins have at some stage. This one, it's got a little bit of a kind of dirt mark or kind of stuff that needs to be soaked off in the middle of it as well. But nice coin, and a lot of the coins that are around from that pre-Victorian era, it's very expensive to buy them in unproblem-free, great condition. So a lot of people who collect these are actually quite happy to have ones around that don't meet the exacting standards that they would normally apply for later coins. And pretty much all sovereign collectors like shieldbacks. I particularly like Australian shieldbacks. This one is an 1884 and it's a Sydney Mint shieldback. Sydney Mint shieldbacks are slightly more plentiful than Melbourne Mint shieldbacks. So this one doesn't have the same value. It's a little bit less. But look at that luster on the back. It's actually really nice condition on the back and pretty good condition on the front as well. Lots of hair detail, and I always look at the front of the hair, and you can see this is really nice. Lots of luster, and some of the best ones show that little bit of hair kind of going down in front of Victoria's ear as well, although not many seem to show that in great detail. If you want to see what it looks like, take a look at an archive picture of one of the proof coins and you can see exactly what I mean and where to look for wear. You can see here on this little picture the two places that I look for wear on shieldbacks particularly. Okay, so moving forward, we have some other interesting little coins here as well. I do have to tell you before we look at this particular coin that as soon as I saw this coin, I had a little chat to the owner of it and did a deal to buy it, because this was a gap in my own collection of shieldbacks. So this is a Melbourne shieldback, which I've been trying to build a little set of. It can be very difficult and expensive to build these, and I've only got the relatively cheaper ones so far. But no, it's not maybe in absolutely tip-top condition, but it's not bad. And this is an 1881 Melbourne shieldback. So 1880, 1883, 1886, 1887 are more expensive than this one, but this is still marked as rare in Marsh, and it is a premium coin. And it's not only a premium coin, but it's a rare coin. I know Marsh says it's rare, but if you look at the auction records, there are very few of these graded. There are very few of them that turn up in auctions. There's a note, for example, on London coins that over the last few years they've only seen, I think, 3 or 4 have been auctioned of this particular date, and it was one I didn't have. So that one is now being graded by me personally, and we'll see what it gets, and you will see it come back in on a grading results video, and we can see whether it was the right thing for me to do to buy this coin. So you'll probably have noticed that these coins have been arriving just in a little bit of protection, but no flips or capsules. This is unusual. Most people who send me coins send these coins in a little bit easier to deal with packaging. But let's talk about this one. You can see Sydney sovereign, typical of Australian sovereigns. You've got this really nice condition reverse. The shield is in good condition. The coins are lovely. This one is an 1877, lots of detail, lots of luster. You can still see the detail at the front of the hairline. You can see the little sprig of hair just in front of her ear. Nice coin, really nice coin, and should get potentially 60, 62, anything between 61 and 63, let's say an average of 62, hopefully this will get. So I hope this one does well. Those two Sydney sovereigns will do a little bit better than the Melbourne sovereign, and here you can see in a little bit more detail the Melbourne sovereign. You can see why here. The picture's a little bit better, but you can see there is just that element of circulation wear which will take it down a grade from the Sydney sovereigns. And here's also a little bit of a close-up of that 1829 sovereign, and you can see there's quite a bit of dirt inside those letters. You can see that's a sign that it has been cleaned at some stage, and I'm going to try and get that sort of conserved or soaked so that at least it's a more uniform colour as well. So I'll let you know how I get on in a future video, and thanks very much for watching, and please like, subscribe, and let's have all your amazing, wonderful comments. Thank you.